Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Bills coming in at 6-2, going up against the Bengals, who come in at 2-6. With that, let's send you up to Orchard Park in Western New York, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go!
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
A gain of 3, second down. Defensively, starting lineup for the Bills, and a disruptor on the line, certainly Shaq Lawson.
Loved him during his time at Clemson. Really, really liked him when he played in the national championship game because he wasn't 100%, had gotten hurt in the game before, and found a way back onto the field and made a difference.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Ozzie Newsome, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They come up in an offset eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And the Bills are going to have a first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Taking it right down Broadway. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They go play action here on first down. Surveying the field. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the number.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Here's the offensive unit, and heads up, look out for the Clemson Tiger.
Sammy Watkins was brought in to make plays. That's what he specializes in, out on the perimeter or going inside.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're coming.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Allen. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And his kick is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big
rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as... he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Looking to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because If he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Hurry up, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And on fourth and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. No. Check, Patriot.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now Allen to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure.
Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
4 down, 4 down. All right, now look at 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd.
Detroit, hurry up, here we go. Detroit. Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Leopard.
They'll throw now on the final play. Finding time. And this is going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
It's a pickup of 21, and it's first down, Buffalo.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The play fake, he'll look to throw, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Here's the option going right. And a cut to the sideline. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Here's the option going right, and that's incomplete. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills get a bit closer. And that was just an old-fashioned scramble play, 4th and goal, and he willed his team into the end zone.
And I just don't know how, on the other side of the ball, you keep your composure. You account for everything. You defend everything. And this guy finds a way to make a play on you. Can you tell? That just agitates me a little bit as a former defender.
I know your hands are shaking. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Put your foot on the gas. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And it's a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Final minute now of the third quarter. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll look to throw here. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop him here. So now we're going to see
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Play clock winding down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded inside the 5. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
They'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Allen forced out to his left, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. Now Allen. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's hit. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call the timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. They'll try and sneak it here. They only get two there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. road win.